Hi, everybody. How are you doing today? I know there's not a lot of light coming in at me. It's supposed to be a beautiful day today, sunny in the mid 60s. Good weather in Rochester. But I'm up too early for that to happen. So I just thought I'd spend a little time with you first before I got started on my work. I'm doubling up on my work today because I get my second COVID shot this afternoon. And while I don't anticipate any reaction, I didn't have one the first time, I don't want to take any chances, so I'll be doing 2 purple pauses today, and that way I can just relax tomorrow. I woke up this morning stretching. Do you love that feeling? I do. I know, TMI. I'm not going to talk more about, being in bed, nothing like that. But the act of stretching, boy, when I'm there, it feels so good to stretch out, the bones, the muscles, the sinews, just to, stretch and open up and breathe and feel the body come to life and get the energy flowing. One of the things my chiropractor friend says to do is, every day we should pat ourselves all over our bodies, and especially those of us who don't live with someone, so we don't get the 10 hug a day minimum. We should be patting ourselves, or when we stand up, pat our thighs and our backs and whatever. It gets the energy flowing there where we've been sedentary for so long. And I've been doing that for a couple of weeks, and it's really helpful, especially after sitting for a long period of time. Just pat yourself. So keep that in mind. But back to stretching. I feel so good with a good stretch, and just stretch my lungs and take in this deep breath. Try that with me now. Just slowly take in a deep breath through your nose. Fill up those lungs. Feel them stretching down as well as to the side, and let it out slowly through your mouth. These are breathing exercises that as a singer I was doing a lot for a lot of years, and there's something just every once in a while, I'll be sitting and reading, and I'll take in a deep breath, and I'll think, it feels so good to breathe, to have that inspiration. And the reason it feels good is because it's stretching. It's stretching my lungs and my diaphragm. The diaphragm initiates the whole thing, but the diaphragm and the lungs, the rib cage expands, the intercostal muscles, the back, everything stretches. Stretching is good. And so I want to tie this into things that we do with our minds. Stretching our minds is good. Stretching our thoughts, our perspective. Those are all good things. Stretching our values, looking at them and say, well, if I value this and I take it a step farther, does it still feel good? Or, I guess it does. I guess I don't need to be upset about X anymore because that's just a stretch from where I already was. So stretching is the word for the day. I don't know what you want to do about that. I don't know if you want to launch into some sort of stretching exercise, or focus on your breathing more today, or make it a mind stretch. Read something or watch a documentary or something that pushes you, but in some way to be stretched a little. Not too much, because if we overdo, we hurt something and then we have to heal. And sadly, that's what often happens. People stretch too much. This is a good idea. Physically, this is a good idea. Here, let me go do more of it. I think I was in my 40s. I used to be quite a softball, volleyball player. And I had not played softball from the time I was in my early 20s until I was, was Carly born? I think I was in my mid 40s. And one of my friends said, come on, Deb, you love to throw a ball around, which I still do. And you've got your glove. Bring your glove. Let's go out. And we need a pickup person for our team or we can't play. And, you don't have to do much. You can play the outfield and nothing will ever happen. You'll have to be up at bat a couple of times. I said, okay, yeah, that sounds like fun. And I went and I played the game Fortunately, it was like a 7-inning game and not 9 or something. But I remember that I did get a hit, and I ran to first successfully. And then I think I got hit in. I can't remember. I remember rounding second. I'm not sure about third. Out in the field, I remember catching a fly ball and throwing it, and I did throw it from the outfield like to the pitcher, and it was wonderful for my last game ever. It was a great game. What a way to go out, because for the next 4 or 5 days I could barely move. I couldn't believe it. I mean, I was in pain. I was in pain lying down in bed. I was in pain walking upstairs. I was in pain just sitting at my desk. It was really, really awful because I had overdone, as so many of us in our 40s or midlife do. So I'm not suggesting that. I'm just suggesting a good, strong stretching regimen, whether it's with yoga or something that you do on your own. But stretching is good. And stretching our minds is a good thing. And stretching our perceptions. Stretching, oh yeah, it's easy for me to love this person, not so much that person. Well, stretch a little. What would it take for you to love that person? One of my favorite questions when I'm working with a group and we're trying to achieve consensus, because I hate voting. I think voting establishes sides. It's so much better if you take the time to build consensus. And so the question is pretty much always, what can you live with? What can you live with? It's not going to be everything you want. What can you live with? And that's a form of stretching too, to not have to have everything be precisely as you want, but what can you live with? So that's it for today. Thanks for joining me for this time. I hope it stretched you a little this time to think of something greater than ourselves. In this case, how we stretch physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and how we respond when we are stretching, and keeping in mind how good it is that we were made to stretch. We were built to stretch in all 4 of those dimensions. This is a Prayerful Pause of the Pastor, and I'm Pastor Deb Swift of South Presbyterian Church in Rochester, New York. Thank you for joining me for this time to think of something greater than ourselves, in this case, stretching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow, which will actually be a few minutes from now, because I'm going to record that one then too. But I'll see you whenever I see you, whenever you watch this. All right? Take care, be safe, be well. God bless, and bye for now.